Hey guys, what's up? We're back with the second part of my run in the Friday SmogTour tournament SSU, the first ever SSU tournament for SmogTour, season 29, week 1. So my first game of this video will be against Solon. I could be playing 2, 3, 4 games this set, depending on how far I make it. This is round 5, so can't really go much further than that unless there's round robin, which this tournament didn't have round robin. But yeah, so let's see how this goes. Up against Solomon, he's going to lead Cinderace, and he's a really hyper offensive team. So looking at the match right off the bat, I don't really like it because my main Togekiss check is a slow Rotom Heat. And also, he has Mimikyu, which I'm going to have to kind of play around well if I don't get a burn in its life orb. Especially when paired with Bishop, like sorry, Doug Trio, because it could trap the Toxbuck. So yeah, he goes for the Super Fang there as predicting me to switch, I guess, but I just go for the Powerball, so I'm going back to Como. So I don't really mind losing Smells and Corviknight there. I think here I'm just going to take him out, and yeah, so we get rid of the Cinderace for that much. I don't really know why he played it that way when he had Togekiss, but I digress. He goes Mimikyu here, I go Pex, and I bunker here, and this team is bunker, not haze, which makes the Bisharp and Mimikyu match a little more problematic, truth be told. So he's going to claw here. I'm going to knock him off, and I think here do I switch to Corviknight, predicting the Doug Trio? Do I? I think that's the play, right? Yeah, he goes Doug as I go Corv. That works out really well for me. Um, he goes for rocks. I just go for a U-turn. I think in hindsight, Roost would have been fine, but I didn't want to let in the Togekiss, so it was an Iron Head. He's gonna go for a 35% Earthquake, and I just take him out with Moonblast. Yeah, that's gonna work wonders for me. He goes Bisharp here though, and I go Como. And now this would be really great for me had he been a normal Bisharp, but for some reason he's plus speed Bisharp, which I think is really awful in this metagame because you lose damage up against like Corviknight and shit. But I digress. I was 241 Como, so it worked for him. I go for Flamethrower here to try and take it out. He goes Togekiss though, and now I go Rotom Heat as he doubles to Dragon Bolt, which was a good play by him. Well, I go Pex, and at this point, I'm just trying to fish for a burn. At some point, I can try and call his attack turn. I actually for the knock first, just get the life orb buff. Yeah, so he can't really break through me without like probably three. Yeah, so he goes for the third there. I goes for Scald, and thankfully I get the burn on the second try, I believe. This Dragon Dance spin was really unnecessary. This last one, he should have just went for this because it wouldn't have killed me. I don't think. And he didn't even calculate through. So yeah, I think that was a misplay by him. I get the second Scald burn, but that's like a 50-50. So can't really say I feel too bad about that. And I just take him out with knock. But yeah, I think he misplayed there. He goes Bisharp. Now I Scald, and I get the burn here, and that is what really like solidifies my position. That makes me really lucky here because without that burn, um, maybe he would have given me another chance to go for the burn. Just try to get like Hydreigon in the sucker range. I don't know the rolls, but it would have been in flamethrower range otherwise. But yeah, was not looking great. She's gonna go for another Swords Dance. Sprinkles is being an asshole in the chat. Um, and at this point, I just think I just Scald, so I just get another Swords Dance up. 'Cause I know he's in range for like a couple burns and still live. So yeah. Now I go Rotom Heat, and this is the problematic part of the match because his Togekiss is definitely faster than my Rotom. Because I really want to be special defensive for Kyurem. So I'm gonna discharge here, and if he flinches through, he can still potentially win if this is Flamethrower. So one, there's two, and this time around, not only does he not get the flinch, but I discharge and I get the paralysis, which really sucks for him because I believe that I had a chance to die to Air Slash at +2 here. He said I got lucky 3 times. I mean, probably should have. I probably got lucky twice, but yeah, I don't think he could get mad about the other shit. But yeah, I definitely did get luckier in this game, and that definitely decided the outcome. I would have lost otherwise had it been neutral luck. I really think he misplayed. He could have maximized his odds as is, but I still got a burn on the Bisharp. And the Toki sequence a bit less clear because he still relied on his flinching, but we'll take it. Obviously not the way I want to win, and definitely a game he was favored in outright. So yeah, sorry about that. But we'll take it. I mean, I'm gonna get lucky and unlucky course of the season. I got lucked in Sunday to round one really badly, like freeze and burn and all that. So shit happens. Unfortunate for Solon, but I'm sure he'll bounce back and make playoffs. It's Solon, so yeah. Next game, I'm up against this guy Kebab MLML. He's Italian. Um, I'm going to be using the same team I did before. I'm facing a Sun team this time. I'm going for U-turn turn one. I don't want to risk getting knocked. If I'll play it off, I go Pex. He goes for knock. That's fine. I believe I just go for a knock here. Yeah, I see U-turns instantly available, so listen, those leftovers are good. Now I got my Drachi in. He goes Combine. Now I'm trying to trick the Torkoal to Dharm here. Because Dharm, I can still be faster than just U-turn out against anyway. Torkoal gives me a Heat Rock. So yeah, it wasn't a regrettable trick, thankfully, as I get the Heat Rock, and he's now locked into Scarf. Stealth Rock with Torkoal, so that means I get my own rocks up with the Como, as he goes to Fable, which is fine by me. Kind of paranoid of Flamethrower here, I guess. So I go Pax. As he goes for Calm Mind. I'm a little paranoid of Thunderbolt, so I go to Drachi, and he reveals himself just to Calm Mind again, which is interesting. Um, There he goes, Aurora. I go for the Iron Head, not one to mess around, and he reveals himself not to be leftovers. I go hard to Fable here on the check because I'm physically defensive, and it does 45, which is a decent amount. And that means he's life orb be up, but I'm able to wall it pretty hard, seeing as I am physically defensive and leftovers. So I wish here. I think I just Moonblast this time around as he goes Mandibuzz, and I don't really understand that Mandibuzz play from truth be told, but it's fine. I get healthy, and he's still not in range for another one to kill as he roosts that off. And Moonblast does 40 there. Yep, yep, yep. He U-turned instead of defogging, which is probably smart because he gets Fable and Punish Spells a Wish or Calm Mind up. We're going to teleport there to Jirachi now. Um, at this point, I think I U-turn picking the Torkoal and Dharm. Yeah, I do that, and I get the chip in the Torkoal, and I bring Dragapult out knowing that means he can't spin. Best you can do is just click the Lava Plume. So he goes Mandibuzz. I predict that, and I go for U-turn here, and I get my Como, and it's a taunt variant, which is worth noting. So I feel like I have really big initiatives here at this point. And I do taunt as he tries to roost but cannot do so. Now I go back to Drachi as he goes Clefable. So yeah, I feel like I'm a step ahead at this point. Ironhead is actually starting to get threatening with Rocks up, which is really cool. I'm gonna go for it conservatively here. It is 8% to this Torkoal, so it can't really switch into another Ironhead plus Rocks again. Now U-turn, but he's down to 30%. Dragapult comes on in. I don't want him to rapid spin, and he can't get that rapid spin off, so I'm going to keep my rocks up for the time being as well. He goes Mandibuzz here. Now I go for U-turn again, just trying to suffocate it a little bit. That leaves down to 30, which brings my Como open. Leftovers, then we get the Stealth Rock, and now he goes Clefable as I go for the Body Press, trying to take that out. 15% does put it under half, though, so he's probably going to have to stop well down up here, and that lets me get Jirachi back in with a potential chance to Iron Head through, so he's going to let go of Torkoal at this point. I think. Yeah, now U-turn actually, which is also a fine play. I go Mandibuzz, and knowing that I can take any hit besides something from Dharm, and if he's going to Dharm and let him get all that recoil, that's fine. I bring in Pex here, he goes to Fable, and I recover just in case he tries to stay in. Again, I don't really even need to play aggressive at this point. I got Teleports off to flinch this down and his Pex. He Moonblast there for 42. I wish. I protect here, knowing full well it's fine if he Calm Minds again. I don't think he's cheap ult at this point. He would have probably used it already. So I go Pex here. He Moonblasts, and he gets a crit, and he reveals himself to be Stored Power. So that crit really sucks. It wouldn't have killed without that. But Stored Power can't really touch Jirachi, so I know that Jirachi is kind of safe against this. I should go for the Wish here, and then he goes to Mandibuzz as I go Clefable, which is a really nice play by him. Um, but I can still pressure him with Moonblast, so while he is a little healthier, it's fine. And he's gonna keep going for the Roost as I do I eventually roll in? I think I just Moonblast again. Yeah. Now he's gonna knock off my leftovers now that he's out of Moonblast range in the future, as I wish. So yeah, both kind of take a defensive turn there. I think I pivot here. Yeah, teleport out here to get the Drought Healthy. Just saying, wanted to make sure I was healthy as can be for that. Not only the Clefable, but also the Venusaur. And I figured he'd defog here, so I actually take the heavy duty boots, give him that heat rock, which is irrelevant. Couldn't trick back the Torkoal when his lives had saving that trick. And then I crit U-turn, which is nice. He goes for knockoff this time around as I go back to Clef. Then he brings Venusaur in as I go for a Moonblast, and I get the drop, which is nice. Um, he's just going to take this opportunity to go back to Fable as I go Como. Nice play by him. He's initiative, but I get my Jirachi in, and it's only going to take like 13% damage because, yeah, this isn't like Flamethrower or anything. It's not even Life Orb, I don't believe. No U-turn to Mandibuzz, just trying to get my chip back on it. Como comes back in here. I just go for rocks as he goes for a knockoff, finally getting leftovers off of it, which is cool, but his rocker's dead, so it's not going to matter too much. Now I'm going to predict him to predict the taunt and U-turn, and he does just that as I body press, and now he's really weakened, and he doesn't have 70 boots, so it's looking great. He goes Clef, and Moonblast again as I get Jirachi in. Now he's going to go Manda Buzz, and I'm going to Iron Head take it out, so it's going to give me 4. It's going to put the game in a 4-4 position, but I feel like I'm really in the driver's seat with this Jirachi. If this guy is player off, it might be a bit annoying as he goes for it and correctly catches my combo all, but his Defogger is dead, so it's fine. My Clefable now is able to come in and wish up, so it can at least be outside of 2 range probably. I think I go for Moonblast here, just trying to fish for a drop. Unfortunately for him, I do get it, but fortunately for him, he's faster, so at least only does 21. Now he's going to go for Moonblast again into my Jirachi for another 13%. I'm just going to go for an Iron Head, and in fact, this time around, I'm not going to flinch anything in my path. I'm going to wish up, however, as he doesn't have anything to do, so he's just going to stay and Moonblast spam. Now he's going to go to Venusaur after I wish on the Iron Head the following turn. So I'm going to get all the way up to health, and I'm going to have a chance to potentially flinch him out, but I'm actually just going to go for U-turn Drag Pult just to not risk anything like Sleep Powder. And he goes for Giga Drain in Overgrow range, it seems. Maybe not. No, it's not Overgrow. Anyway, I take it back. My Drag Pult is anyway going to be able to take it out with U-turn from there. It is Chlorophyll Venusaur, don't mind me. Now he's going to go Darm. I'm going to Protect. He's just going to Flare Blitz Lock, which is fine in my eyes. I think at this point I just fought off Dragapult. No, okay, if it kills, which it might not even kill, then I can win with other two no matter what at this point, barring ridiculous RNG and misplays by my part. On my part, I go Clefable as he goes Zura, and between Rocks and Life Orb, he's going to die out quickly. So I just go for Moonblast as he Plasma Fists me for 49%. And now he goes to Clefable, which is already weakened as is. I think I just teleport here, and I have a ton of Iron Hits just to eventually do work on this. And it turns out that the first one will not flinch. Will the second one flinch? It will, and then I'll take him out and win the game in 64 turns, 2-0 victory. So I'm on to the semifinals where I'm going to face Redemption in a really nice game. I'll pause for a second, and I'll get right to it. All right, we're back against Redemption. I'm bringing that dual ice team again. He doesn't use a ton of ice resistance. If you look here, he doesn't have one, but he does have his own term and Togekiss. And Togekiss is a huge problem to this team because every time it comes in, it's really threatening me. So I've got to use my Wish PP really well and potentially avoid some flinch lock. So it's definitely a pretty threatening match on both sides. Only Charm is he leads Corviknight. I expected him to lead with like Seismitoad. Anyway, he's going to get Clefable in as I retreat to my own Corviknight. But I then go to my own Clefable on his Clefable, and I get the knockoff as he wastes a Wish PP for some reason this early and gets his Seismitoad in. So I'm fine knocking this off as well as I get a knock crit, and I'm faster because I'm 190 Bryant. He goes for knock his own. Again, this is all fine and well. No, I'm Moonblast to try and chip him as he goes for rocks. And he brings in Big Bad Togekiss and goes for a 30% Air Slash. And thankfully, he knocked the leftovers off immediately, which is delightful. And now I go Corviknight here. And he goes for another Air Slash for 21. Now he goes for a Flamethrower, and he burns as I roost. And I'm just like, fuck, that is not good. That is very bad. He did not need to burn me there. He goes for another, does 43 again, and this time I just U-turn out. Like, okay. Time to go on offensive. Kyurem is picking something. So Kyurem picks something here. As he goes Seismitoad, and that's going to die. So if I can get a defog off, then I will be able to potentially handle it. He goes Aurora here. I think I just go Corviknight to fight it off. Turns out I'm not getting a defog off. And Rocks on his side are staying. Unless he defogs on his own. Now I go to Clefable to try and heal it up. As he goes for Plasma Fist, and that only does 48. When I say only, I mean that's actually a decent chunk, but you must keep in mind that I'm like 190 speed, so the rest in defense. Yeah, 43, so it's going to even out. So he's probably just not like some boosting item, really. Anyway, he goes Corviknight as I go for another soft belt, so I'm up to full. I'm scared of the Iron Head here, but I know I'm faster, so I just go for the knockoff anyway. He can't flinch me. And he just goes for U-turn, a bit over predicting. Now he's in Fable, and I can pass off wishes, but I'm going to go for Moonblast and just get the drop, thankfully. As he goes for Moonblast of his own, it does even less now after I dropped him, despite me being physical defensive and probably being special defensive. Now I soft belt, he wishes. I get another drop, so he's only doing 13% now, but he gets a drop of his own, so we're kind of weak at this point. Now I go Mammoth Mind on 2 drops, and Ice Crash can potentially be good for kill. He goes for Wish. Then he goes for Protect against me, though. So instead of going like the Corviknight to try and like threaten me out and heal up, he just goes and stays in, which I don't understand. And now he goes Corviknight. So I think he really messed this up pretty badly here. So I'm going to go for that. 46, and he's easily in range. I'm going to connect here, thankfully. So that's going to put it in a 5-4 position as he goes Aurora. I'm scared of Grass Knot in close combat, so I'm going to go out to Toxic Rex, not incorrectly see Plasma Fists for 62%. Nice play by him. However, I'm going to go Hydreigon on this Plasma Fist, and I think here, do I call him to stand in Draco? Yeah, I Draco and miss as he knocks, and that's really unfortunate for me, because now all of a sudden playing around Zora is a pain in the ass. So now we've got this whole game is like a whole big PP situation. He goes for Play Rough there to try and catch the Dragon. It's not going to happen, as he then goes for Plasma Fist as 42, and I could self-build some of them up, but again, I might be strapped for PP, so it's something worth noting as well. Thankfully, at least, despite dodging, he's not critting, so I can outlast this maybe. As he goes to the table here, and I'm thinking, oh, he can pass wishes to it. So this is the road. It's going to be a pain. It's going to be a field day against me. So, because that miss, I'm just in a point where I'm trying to maximize my odds. He goes Churum here on the teleport against my packs, which is great for him. Another thing that could really threaten me now that my Corviknight's dead. However, it's going to let me get a knockoff here. His Freeze Red doesn't kill from fall, only the 75. I actually see some special defense investment here. Now he can't 2-kill Clef, barring freezes or crits. So he's going to go for Freeze Red do 35, Ice Beam do 41, but neither freezes, and again, neither crits giving those damage outputs. So I'm going to self-build up. I think I self-build up one more time here. Then he goes to Fable as I just Moonblast, trying to get some damage off Mikarum. He retreats to Clef. So I go for another one just to fish for a drop. Force Wishes. He goes for himself. I do get the drop. He does not. With the drop under my belt, I go Mammoth, knowing full well that I can go ham now. Icicle Crash, he's able to hit everything, at least neutrally. Also, it's the Togekiss super effectively, so it's great. And he's going to fodder off that Togekiss now, actually. So that puts me in a 5-3 position, despite the compromised position I was in previously. But he's bringing me Churm now. I'm scared of the Dragon move. I just want to fodder off the Hydreigon at this point. It's slower than the Zora anyway. It loses to Clef anyway. So yeah, not a big deal. I fight off the Freeze Dry. Now I get Clef back in. He's going to go to his own Clef. And here's a bit of a mind game. He has 11 PP left. We're going to have to kind of blow through it eventually at this point, without having to make unnecessary risks on all these types. I'm going to get a drop, and we're going to trade Moonblast again. He gets the drop and drops me to 62%, so I'm going to have to soft-build up as he wishes. So it's another Wish PP. 15% damage from me, 19 from him. Wish comes true. I'm just trying to chip away. I need to waste Wish PPs, and he goes for another there. I figure he's probably going to teleport here, but no, he just wasted some, despite being only at 73. I feel that was really careless of him. Even I'm preserving softball PP really well here. Like, now I'm using it, not using it when I'm at like 70-ish. So yeah, he's just going to keep going for the Moonblast, so that's fine. I only really have Pex to switch into it. I don't want to go Pex because that invites Churm in. I get another drop, which is cool, but he gets a crit on that turn as well. So now I've got a softball up regardless. As he goes for Wish, I go Churm on that Wish to try and kind of suffocate him. But he goes for the Moonblast. But it only does 29, meaning I would have been able to get force damage off of it since it's at -2. But he drops it, so it sucks. But then I get a crit, which is great. So now I predict him to protect here, and he does that, and I get Mammoth in. So it's kind of why I wanted the 2 drops, just because I Grim Sequence right there. Now I can lock into Earthquake with Togekiss dead and pretty much pick a kill. So he goes Churm. So it really made a lot of use of my openings there. While also wasting the Wish PP to diminish the Clef's usability. He goes Aurora, of course, to try and revenge kill me, but I go Churm as fodder. That was the whole point of the plan. Now he's going to go for knockoff. I get my Clefable back in. I think here I have the soft-boiled. It's worth noting that I only have 3 left, actually, so I do Moonblast instead. I Moonblast again. It's worth noting, again, I have Iron. I have Ice Shard left. I go Toxfix now, predicting him to just Moonblast to protect, knowing that I could fire off Scald, and not only waste PP and do damage to Clefable, but also threaten his Aura. I feel like he's going to teleport here, but yeah, so I go Clefable, and he does just that, which lets the Zora get in and healthy, but I also can sort of check it. I just only have 3 left and 9 attacks left, so he's going to go for the 42% Plasma Fist as I go for the 44% Moonblast. Now I'm going to go to Mammoth predicting a follow-up Plasma Fist, and then I'm going to go to the Pex predicting close combat or Grass Knot just to chip it some more so it's an Ice Shard range. Yeah, so he's going to go for Grass Knot. He's going to retreat now on Trist to Burn as I get more damage into this Clef here. Even if it's only 12%, it's anything gets inches closer to getting some wishes off. It also means I go to my own Clefable here, and I take a Moonblast, which is a really good play by him, but I could go for the Soft-Boiled, seeing as he didn't crit and kill me. So it's great. I can Soft-Boiled one more time, and yeah, now I'm low on PP, but and he passes a wish to Zora, but I kind of am in the driver's seat to post some vote of a threat here. As he goes back to Clef, I get Moonblast off slipping -1. It's going to do 15% with knockoff on him. That's going to eventually force a wish, and he only has 3 left. He gets another drop on me, which really sucks, but I'm going to keep going anyway as I get a drop on him. He goes for a wish. It's fine. I go for one more, hoping to get a crit, but I don't get it. As he goes for one here and doesn't get a drop or crit himself. I'm just going to keep on pushing through as I get another special attack drop, which is great. He's going to wish, he needs to go hard zero without wanting to take the damage and teleport. As I soft buzz, so we're both going to get full. Now I go Mammoth Plant again, predicting the Plasma Fists. Yeah, I really have to play around this carefully, and thankfully that worked. Now I'm going to go back to Clefable, predicting the Grass Knot, and that removes the special attack drops, which is great. He goes to Clefable here. I think he only has one wish left. Yeah, so I get the Moonblast and a drop, which is cool. And I go to Pex to try and threaten it. I see Moonblast for only 8%. Moonblast again. Crit does 18, which is interesting. Roll. I'm going to Scald. Burn doesn't matter. But that's 13% more damage. He's forced to wish. I'm going to keep Scalding. 11 there. Protect. I'm scared of the Scald crit. I'm going to just Scald, so I'm going to do nothing. It was up to 69, but he's got no wishes left. So he's going to go Zora here. I think on my Scald again. He's going to avoid the burn. But I do 25, which is enough to where a follow-up one would likely put it in Ice Shard range. He goes for Plasma Fists. I go for Scald. I do not, in fact, burn again, which is unfortunate. But now I'm going to go Memo Swine on that Plasma Fist. Get it right for what felt like the millionth time. And it looks like the game is favoring me now. He goes to Clef, and that is 2 killed by Ice Shard, so this is a good game. Ice Shard just can clean him out. Would have killed the Pex here. It would have killed the Zero on the other side. So yeah, really happy with this one. I played it through and through pretty well. So it's great. And the last game is one that's already on the channel. I brought it to live. I didn't really play this one particularly well, but it's my game against Shoka. I'm just using that same team again because it's been suiting me well. Anyway, I'll just go through it really quickly. I lead Jirachi. I just tricked the Ferrothorn, which is a good start, but I feel like I'm in a bit of an uphill against Toadkiss. He's going to go for Spikes, as he's locked into, so I'm going to go for Rocks. Now I go Clefable on a T-Wave. The thing is, T-Wave plus Toadkiss makes it even more problematic. Now I'm going to try to teleport, but I actually get through with it as I go Drag Pult. That's great. So I can claim a Wisp on something or other. Probably just a Clefable, honestly. He's using go to Clefable. I'm going to Wisp. So now Hex's at least looks pretty good moving forward. And I U-turn, doing 7. He's just going to Moonblast into my own Clef. It's fine. He gets to drop, though. So I'm going to go right out to my Pex. Take the Moonblast. I think I'm a bit fearful of Thunderwave, truth be told, so I'm going to go back to my own Clefable, trying to race that drop as he goes for the Thunderwave into me. It also gives me 3 leftovers, which is good. But now I go back to Pex here, just trying to kind of fuck around. He's Moonblasting, so yeah, I'm not wasting much PP at least. Here did I predict him not Thunderwave and go for the knockoff? Yeah, and he goes Pharaoh on that predicted knockoff, so all of a sudden my turn 1 trip was kind of neutralized, which sucked. Well played by him, but I can fish for a burn that I don't get in the first time as he Leech Seeds, which is kind of annoying. Leech Pharaoh is annoying to play against because longevity has naturally built in the fact that you set of spikes. Second one doesn't get it either, but I do dodge a Thunderwave at least. The fact is Thunderwave on both of these Pokemon with probably Discharge with Thunderwave, Rotom Heat, and Toadkiss is annoying. But he's going to land a Thunderwave in the following turn as I still don't get the Scald Burn, so hopefully it's coming, but I am taking Leech, so I'm going to have to retreat, and I'm going to do just that. Go to Mandibuzz as he spikes again. And I'm going to go back to Toxapex with Leech off, hoping he's going to Thunderwave. He does, in fact, Thunderwave, which is good. Speed this up a little bit. He spikes. I fully paralyzed, so I can't Scald Burn it still. I don't really know why he's risking this. I'm going to knock now, predicting to switch to something to take that, like the Clefable, but not going to work out, unfortunately. Now he goes to Clefable, though. Going back to Ferrothorn. I'm going to be paralyzed. I actually Scalded, predicting that in that exact turn, which is unfortunate. He's going to Thunderwave again, though. I'm going to paralyze again. That's chill. Come on, just give me that burn. All I'm asking for. And I finally get it. After he misses another Thunderwave on an already paralyzed Toxapex. I'm going to recover. And we're off. I go to Clef to take this. Doesn't mind because he can't really break me with the Ferrothorn is burnt. Now he goes Drill as I fully paralyzed in the teleport, which sucks. So I want to get these off, and I want to be able to beat Drill. He's going to spin there, though, so now I feel even more incentivized to just get them off. And Defy Cure finally. Ferret is taking burn damage. that is not negated by leftovers. So I go for U-turn and just force more permanent damage on it. As he goes for spikes like Clef, predicting me to predict him to leech seed, I presume. I'm just gonna Moonblast though, because Chip is good. As he goes for another layer of spikes, I think is unnecessary. He goes Clef here, I Moonblast again, because that's basically the name of the game at this point. I teleport, get Jirachion in. What I wish to see Thunder Waves, and that was bad because now Toad Kiss owns me. So it's going to pretty much be a game from here. The Drill also owns me at this point. He's going to calm my up a couple times. Now he's going to get Drill in. I'm going to knock him off. Then he's going to Iron Head. He's going to Iron Head here. And he's going to flinch me, which kind of took away my last chance. But then he's going to go for another Iron Head here. And at this point, he goes for an Earthquake staying in, which is a really stupid play. He could have just died and lost potentially. But it works. I go back to Jirachi, he goes Drill, well played, he Earthquakes once, then he Earthquakes again when Ironhead basically does similar amount to this and killed that, which was really annoying. Like, why are you showboating at this point? But it just didn't make sense. Whatever. He goes Hydreigon and Hex, U-turn. Hex, I predict that. He soft foils, I don't get a crit. Yeah, so we're pretty much playing this stupid game where I'm trying to U-turn. Mandibuzz, he flinched me the first time, and the second time I figured maybe predict me to stand and go for that again, Earthquake. But he got me, I won Mandibuzz on the Iron Head, so he's going to win this game, so I'm losing finals. But I did get 11 health points this weekend, so it was pretty favorable. I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.